on, everybody? Welcome back to another one. I'm actually over here in Chicago waiting on the dock to be emptied, which he just did. The other guy is just connecting to his trailer there. So once that's done, I gotta put my truck in there, drop the trailer, pull outside. That's the new protocol here at Ford for a bit now. Then I am going to wait, I guess, till they're done. So I'm in Chicago right now, and this weather is supposed to be coming in. Looks like it just came in. It's supposed to be a wintry mix, but also a bit of ice. And I'm hoping the ice doesn't catch me too bad on the road, because if it does, it's going to be a long drive. You know, snow is one thing because you can see it, but ice is something, you know, completely different. But I mean, anyway, you know, it'll be what it'll be. So I did actually over the weekend did do a bit of stuff to the truck. Didn't have really a whole lot of time to film, and I also got an update from the shop that the Peterbilt's in. I'm pretty much looking at, you know, best case scenario 25 grand, worst case scenario, you know, you guess from there. So as I stated in the previous video, it does have a cracked head, it does have spun bearings on the camshaft, rollers are bad, rockers are bad, and due to the antifreeze that's in the engine, or that made it into the engine, main bearings are bad. What else, I don't know. You know, we'll know more when that's all torn apart. And now I'm finding myself doing the e-log crawl. For you guys that don't know what that is electronic logbooks start logging as soon as you pass 5 miles an hour. And if you keep it under that, they don't start logging driving hours. I mean, obviously still on duty. Yeah, this rain really is coming down, you guys. Holy shit. Sorry about that, guys. I had the GoPro mounted over here on the glass, and this dock, I don't know if you can see from that mirror or not. It's an inside dock. The lighting in there is not the greatest, especially when it's raining and stuff. If you don't open the window, you can't really see in there really well. So I had to, you know, unhook the camera from there. But anyway, as far as what I did this weekend, you know, put a new shift knob on here and got this little, you know, eagle thing. Kind of like it. I might order a purple ball of some sort. We'll see. And then I did end up wrapping a dash. So I wrapped it in 3M. I think it's called Plum Fusion or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I don't know if you can see it on the camera really well. It does have quite a bit of metallic in it, and that's why I actually like it. It's fairly similar to the truck itself, but it's got less metallic than the truck itself. I couldn't really find anything that was, you know, like 100% match of it. You know, this is just a, you know, iPad tablet from my, you know, logbook, or the e-log anyway. And then, as far as this stuff, these come off fairly, you know, easy. 1 piece, 2 piece. It's got some screws for the cluster itself. The cluster is 1 piece, so these gauges you can't really take out. These gauges you could, and then this is separate, and then the navigation and the radio is separate, and then that little bezel around it has got some screws from the back of it and comes out, and then the whole, you know, skeleton comes out, you know, to get behind those, and then they actually take this off. But yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. You know, fairly happy with that. I did leave the wood because it's on the doors and also on the dash there, and also they did the floor. and you know, I kind of like it. I do kind of like the look of it. Next up is, you know, little things, because I'm still, you know, having to wait on the Pete. You know, these are a few dollars. But anyway, that's where we're at. That's where we're at with that. And then, like I mentioned on the Pete, um, yeah, I'm looking at 25, no, actually 26 best case scenario, and the potential for it to go up from there is substantial. So, um, with, you know, how our last conversation went with the shop that originally did the work, it didn't go great, and they refused to um, acknowledge that there was an issue. And for you guys that don't know and you're new to the channel, I picked up the truck initially on the 30th of December, so last year, 2022. And I was told the truck went for a test drive and everything is pretty good, so I should go and pick it up. Went to pick up the truck, paid my bill, picked up the truck. As soon as I got on the road, huge turbo boost leak, and you know, I open the hood and find out one of the clamps that holds the pipe that actually comes out of the turbo, that 90, and then the hose goes into that and it goes into the intercooler. It was completely loose, and that's what was leaking. So my thing automatically goes, oh shit, what else have they left? You know, loose or didn't do it right. And also, wouldn't they have heard that on a test drive? Clearly, if I could hear it, you know, why wouldn't a mechanic hear it, right? So anyway, I went back, tightened that, and then I hit the road. Then I find out the truck wasn't getting hot. So, you know, I find out the thermostats they put in were a new model, or a revision model. I do my own research and find out that the new revision doesn't work for the early model ISXs because something, right? But what ends up doing is it ends up bypassing the thermostat. The truck never gets hot enough. And mind you, I was driving. I mean, although I was driving bobtail, the temperature was cold, but it was, you know, high 20s, early 30s. So it wasn't cold enough for the truck to be, you know, running at 110 degrees, right? So I called them, voiced that, and I also noticed discharge coming from the blow-by tubes. This truck has two, and quite a bit of blow-by on it. So called him. He's like, oh, that's perfectly normal. It's probably just condensation. But I ended up taking the truck back to him because of the thermostats. They did the thermostats, and they said they checked it out. They went on a test drive. He got hot. Everything was good. They checked and double-checked everything, right? All right, so no problem. So I go in to pick up the truck, hit the road, test the jakes, nothing. Test the cruise control, nothing. What the fuck, you know? So go back to him, tell him, hey, this is what's going on. Left the truck again, and, you know, headed back home. They called me the next day, and at this point it's like January 3rd, maybe 2nd, 3rd, 4th, something like that. I can't remember the exact date. And they said everything's good, everything's copacetic. I still, you know, expressed concern on how much blow-by was coming out for a brand new engine, and how much discharge was coming out of it. And the discharge, it looked way too damn similar to the coolant color, because it wasn't just clear condensation, right? He's like, well, it could just be because of the oil, you know, it takes that color. Some just didn't sit right. So I said, you know what, can I also have the warranty paperwork for the engine build? I got the receipt, but nothing on there that says, hey, you know, warranties such and such date to such and such date, whatever the case is. And I was told, yeah, I'll email it to you. What I should have done was stay there and make sure I, you know, got it. And nothing. Crickets. So that alone almost leads me to believe that they know they messed up something on it. And the fact that there's no warranty on paper, well, you know, for any of you guys that have dealt with any legal issues at all, if you don't have proof, it didn't happen. And that's just the way it is. At that point, it becomes a he said, or he said, she said, or she said issue, and it's not going to go anywhere. and that's where we're at with it. So it looks like it's going to have to go through the legal route of getting that situated. The problem is, you know, all the savings that I had went to pay the bill, $45,000 for the engine rebuild. So now I gotta wait on legal, and until that's completely done, to be able to fix the Peterbilt and then sell it and then pay this truck off. So, you know, I'm fucked 22 ways to Sunday, it seems like, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't know, something's got to happen. So, you know, just at this point is a timing thing, and just wait. I'm frustrated as all hell. At least I got a truck to work on, but this thing still needs to be paid off. And not to mention that I'm making payments on a truck that's sitting, including insurance, which is not cheap. So, you know, frustrated as all hell, but, you know, me being frustrated, huffing, puffing, bitching, moaning, and, you know, cussing and all that, it's not going to change anything, unfortunately. I wish it was that easy. So, that's where we're at with that. Like I said, looks like the legal route is the only route. So looking to you know, start that. And what'll probably happen is I'm just going to have my wife handle it. So my wife is an attorney, for you guys that don't know. But she does something completely different. She's an immigration attorney, employee-based immigration. So she doesn't really do this sort of stuff, and because of the price, it's not, what do they call that? Like when it's a minor charge, I forget what the proper legal term of the actual court procedure is called. Small claims. So because the bill is so high, it's not a small claims claim. It's a, you know. So I'm sure that's going to take a little bit of time. You know, I'm sure she's going to have to do quite a bit of research to make herself familiar with that type of case. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to learn as much as I can about it myself, so she doesn't have to take the stress all on her own. Although she takes the liability because she's the licensed attorney. But anyway, I'll start shooting a little bit of a driving video once I get out of here. Hopefully the weather holds up here. For now, it looks like it's just rain. You know, it started drizzling a little bit, or like hailing, and then it turned into rain, and hopefully it stays, you know, above freezing, and it doesn't start icing until I get out that way. But like I said, I'll start filming a little bit. You know, I know you guys like the driving and the shifting and all that stuff, but unfortunately, this is not an exciting noise truck to make it a little bit more enjoyable. You know, although that noise is you know, not there, I still absolutely love driving the truck. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Honestly, you know, the driving, the shifting, you know, it's still there for me. So, yeah, the experience would be much better if the noise was there a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta move on with the times, whether you want to or not. So. We got 6.5 driving hours left, 7.5 total. So we should be good to go. About 26,000 pounds, 28,000 actually. Back. Averaged over here about, I think said 7.9 when I stopped by over there, so a little bit of idling, 7.8. This thing's actually not accurate. It's actually a little bit better than what it actually shows. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully we can get it about 8 and something, almost 9 on the way back. Last fuel tank, you know, per the miles that I did to the amount of gallons that it took, I got 8.67 out of this bitch, which I am very happy with. Not happy enough to completely take away the pain, the agony of no freaking exhaust sound, but close. You know, honestly, I thought this thing was going to be a dog. But at 510 horse that it's rated for, and the torque being so low on this, God, it's not bad. Like right now, I'm not even accelerating hard at all. And it still, you know, goes fine, doesn't really bog down or anything. The salt trucks are out. Outside temperature, well, the truck says 36. It's got to be pretty close to that transitional rain to ice. As long as I've been coming here, and you guys that have watched the channel, I've mentioned this God knows how many times. There's a big ass bump here on the right lane. It's bigger than some of the speed bumps that I know. Like the damn Dukes of Hazzard can use that shit to launch up. I don't know if you can see the Camaro from the camera, but like even that, a small little car, and that was a good hit. Just about at the yard. Another 3-4 miles or so. When I get there, I gotta park the truck, get changed real quick. I have clothes with me in the closet. And I am going to boogie on. Hopefully, it won't be too late. Definitely not going to make 645, but maybe hopefully I can make 7. So the ice buildup, I mean, honestly, it continued down the whole way. Nice driveway right there. I mean, it did continue on all the way. I mean, there's about a 3/4 of an inch thick ice buildup on the leading edge of the mirror. While the road conditions, for the most part, turned out to be okay. So wasn't horrible or anything like that. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one, man. You know, like I told you guys before, not a whole lot of excitement happening lately, but I figured at least I'll give you an update. To all of you, honestly, thank you so much for your support, kind words in the last video and the videos before that. I really thank you so much. I honestly, it means a lot to me. If any of you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Help somebody out. I've said this before too. It's not going to be the most exciting videos, you know, for the next couple of months or so. Hopefully, everything gets resolved quickly. But anyway, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you guys in the next one.